of the NBA presented by 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter.
Yeah, they really worked hard to find shots in that one. Some good play calls and energy on the offensive end.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
Doris, when we saw these two teams come up on the schedule, this was one you and I were looking forward to.
Oh, my goodness. This was one I've had circled for sure. And the reason, two teams that executed a high level, and boy, did they play at breakneck speed.
Barrett into the lane.
To me, R.J. Barrett at his best when he takes the initiative on offense. Get aggressive to the cup.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. Here's Mamukelashvili. Miami making their last shot. Ooh, they pick off the pass. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, the ease with which he elevates Wiggins with a highlight move that time.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic. Like everyone, he's impressed with Adebayo's relentless nature. He said, quote, "We have to match his intensity at both ends, trying to keep him off of the glass and trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Coach knows they can do it for stretches, but he wonders if they can do it for a full game." Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Pippen. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, this is what you call hitting the ground running. 4 shots taken, 4 shots made.
Doris, Norman Powell has been impressive ever since his younger days.
Well, he put people on notice in high school, right? He wins the dunk contest for San Diego County. He was on 2 All-State teams and won a state championship. And boy, he has proven a scorer in the league.
Now here's Wiggins. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Ware. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, coming off that screen, head up, Wiggins makes the right choice.
Outside for Ingram. Shot to stop the run. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Grant, since he's coming to the league, what jumped out to you about Hero's development?
Well, I've liked seeing his growth in running the pick and roll. He's not just a jump shooter anymore. He's a guy that can anchor an offensive unit, B.A.
Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Raptors trail by 5. Back to Ingram. Ooh, poked away. To the middle. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
They want Ingram attacking the basket like this. It gets his juices flowing when he can get to the rim and finish strong.
Here's Hero. And it's in there. Hero's got his second bucket of the night.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Wiggins for 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wiggins.
Boy, a turnover like that will have a coach just staring at his shoes, biting his tongue.
Outside Barrett. Inside. They swipe it. Fast break Miami. Adebayo. That's good. Adebayo's got his second basket of the game.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Ingram.
Tremendous lead pass. Boy, that makes your teammates happy, folks.
Here's Yakatonis. Pass to Adebayo. And here's Wiggins. Drills it from deep. Wiggins has got 5 now.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Over to the left wing. Here's Garnett. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. The shot's good.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Out to the right wing. Here's Garnett. Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that? B.A., forget about attempting the long-range three to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
That was sweet. Here's Wiggins. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Miami with a 6.
Miami 20.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Back to you.
All for one. Allie, thanks for the report. Out of bounds, it'll be Raptors ball.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
So both teams making some changes here. Here's Barrett. And it's Miami with a rebound. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. The Doris offensive rebounding was down for a few years, but it's making a comeback.
What teams realize, Brian, is that you can absolutely corner crash, create extra opportunities for yourself without putting your defense at a deficit.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
To the inside, here's Adebayo.
What a confident dunk by Adebayo. He knows there's little the defense can do once he's elevated. And great job to establish position and square up.
Now into the lineup.
Miami leading by 7. And there's the screen. Pippen with it. Now quickly defending. Here's Yakitonis. Blocked!
KG has always had tremendous instincts, sends another one back the way it came.
Shot clock at 5. Down low. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Adebayo, no good.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Doris, you really gotta love Scotty Barnes' infectious positive attitude.
BA, those players that bring joy every single night to their craft, it absolutely permeates the rest of the roster. Not only is Scotty incredibly talented on both ends of the floor, but he's all about team and he's trying to win, and those attributes absolutely affect the guys around him.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Raptors trail by 8. Pass to Murray Boyles. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pirtle comes with a double. Stolen by Hero. Now here's Strus. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Doris, if you want the definition of a solid NBA player, Max Strus fits the bill.
Absolutely, BA, and there's a couple reasons for that. First and foremost, his competitive toughness is on display nightly. The guy never gives up on a play. You can ask him to guard up a position because he's got physical strength. He's a fearless knockdown shooter, and if you give him any space from 3, he's going to catch his rhythm and have a big night. I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open, and yet somehow comes away empty.
Miami leading by 10. 1:56 left to play in the second quarter. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. He's made one and missed one so far at the line. No good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Here's Capella, and it's Capella with the jam.
Another dunk in the career of Clint Capella, and he's got a lot of them.
To the paint. Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And that's a foul called on Jakob Pirtle. That's his first foul of the game. A minute 20 left in the second period. Pass to Capella. Clock at 6.
He needs to break out of this funk as soon as possible. Still scoreless in the second quarter.
And that one's good. And it's a 12-point Miami lead.
Well, Max Strus is crafty, folks. He understands in the painted area you might have to be a little crafty.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Now here's Strus. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Miami moving it around. Hero for 3. Capella with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, the sprint out in transition by Grady Dick. You want to create as many easy opportunities as you can.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Here's Yakachonis. There's 25 seconds left in the first half of this one. He's off on the layup. Left side, Jaquez. Outside, Barrett. Here's Garnett. And so it's Miami earning this break in the action. Up 10. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. Back to the game after this break. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. The Raptors have a really interesting core, Doris. What do you think about it?
Well, obviously they are loaded with young, talented wings. Scotty Barnes, good scorer, excellent rebounder. R.J. Barrett, a little bit streaky as a shooter, but a dynamic scorer. And Brandon Ingram now, still all in their 20s. So which of these players really pops as their consistent star?
Here's Ingram.
With the wingspan over 7 feet, Adebayo is a hard guy to score on.
Here's Wiggins. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound. Heat. Back to Ware. Lays it up and banks it in. Ware's got his second basket.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And the basket by Pippen. Pippen's got 7 points.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, the prototypical modern-day power forward comes about as a result of KG paving the way.
Toronto shooting their first free throw tonight. A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Grant.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters, and he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. Mamukelashvili's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Wiggins. Inside. Ware. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Improved decision-making by Andrew Wiggins, and that makes him an even greater challenge to guard.
Adebayo with a steal. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you, guys. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Back to you guys.
A tone setter at that end. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Walter can't get it to go.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
To the middle. Wiggins outside. Here's Yakichonis. Clock at 4. Pass to Ware. Launches a 3. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Boy, for the most part, when they have gone through him, he has delivered.
The ball's knocked loose. Pippen with it, and it's Ingram picking him up. Ware, the screen. And here's Pippen. 7 points in the game. 5 to shoot. Pass to Wiggins. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Both teams deciding to change it up. Raptors trail by 15. Tipped away. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession. And the Heat making a change here. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Toronto shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. A first-round pick in 2023. Grady Dick took a huge step forward in year 2, Doris.
Oh, he sure did, B.A. Nearly doubles his scoring average. And I think you can trace that directly to the conditioning that he put in the offseason. It shocks a lot of guys when they are early in their career how much conditioning it takes to endure the length of an NBA season. And Grady put in the work. What you love about Jakob Poeltl is his reliability. You know he's going to give you rim protection and rebounds. The other part is he can play with his back to the basket. Somewhat of a lost skill.
He drops it from range. Strus has got 7 points in the game.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
From deep, Strus. Capella with a rebound. Raptors trail by 15. Here's Jaquez. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Here's Jovic. Back to Hero. He can't hit that time. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Quickly up top. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
They're one of the best rim runners in the game. Capella is underappreciated at times because he doesn't fit the mold of the modern big. But he rebounds, defends, and takes shots he knows he can make.
Now here's Hero. Pass to Larson. From the arc. No luck on that one. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Miami out in front. They lead.
The Heat, 48.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. And it wasn't a very happy huddle. Coach told the team, quote, "We need to be better with the ball. We're committing too many turnovers. It's hurting us." Guys, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
This guy's such an instinctive scorer. R.J. Barrett goes to the floater game.
Outside Adebayo. To the inside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. 2 guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
Barrett with it. Now Pippen defending. And here's Ingram from the arc. Drops in the three.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Adebayo sets a screen. Confident take by Adebayo.
That's the spot where Adebayo can do the most damage.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth.
Heat foul. Yakupov. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Now Ingram.
Heat foul. Yakupov. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
And so here is Toronto, trailing by 10. Ingram on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Garnett. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Abukelashvili, no good. So it's Miami now. 17 points was their biggest margin.
Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
Here's Barrett. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
This guy's been great, no doubt about it, but it hasn't been enough to get them where they want to be.
Heat leading by 10. Now Wiggins. Puts up the tray. Oh, it's off target.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Oh, it misses. There's the drive. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And he gets it from 15.
Well, there's that in-between game, right? Wiggins silky smooth from the start.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Heat?
I mean, they play some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
Adebayo outside. Ingram with the ball. Now Wiggins defending. Here's Barrett.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
The triple drop.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Cleared away by Ingram. Raptors trail by 8. And Andrew Wiggins gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team.
Your
17 points was their biggest margin. Oh, he jammed it!
They're posterizing defenders for over 2 decades now, Garnett. Yeah, he can still do this.
Heat leading by 6. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Stripped away!
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
And that could really be the game-changing moment.
I agree. What a turn of events.
If anyone wants to know where the momentum turned, that may have been it right there.
Here's Jaquez. Hero looking over the floor. 41 seconds left to the fourth quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Adebayo. Fires the 3. Oh, it doesn't go. This is do or die time.
They must play flawlessly.
The Heat on offense. They lead by 4. It's good!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Yeah, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Substitution for Lord Radford.
Wiggins outside, and they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
No good. So a close game sees Miami taking this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment, but they stood tall and got the win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Takes my eye, I lift my head, blinded by the sky. Feel my way in front, following the sound. It moves away so fast, fall down to the ground. I know there's more to come. Jump back to my feet. Now I only see ahead of me, chasing down the street.
It's
The Eastern Conference on display featuring the Detroit Pistons. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. Earlier this season, it was Toronto who came out on top in the last matchup against the Detroit Pistons.
And their last matchup was a nail-biter, but they hung on, and in part it was because of their rebound.
And last season, Vince Carter became the first player ever to have his jersey retired, Tim, by the Raptors.
So well-deserved. And look, prime Vince Carter is exactly the kind of player Toronto is still looking for. A three-level elite scorer.
Just 3 to shoot. Barrett, no good. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Hits it from three-point range.
And you have to stay up on Edwards out there, which is dangerous because he's so good at going right around.
And it's in there.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
And if Duran decides to go up and try to dunk that, who in this league is going to get in his way?
And Toronto has possession after the basket by Detroit. And Garnett with the slam.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Outside Edwards. Right at the free throw line. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
A good read by Edwards, playing at his pace and carving out space for that shot.
Garnett, the screen. Here's Ingram. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, it's forcing them to guard at all 3 levels.
Now here's Edwards. 5 points in the game. In the corner, it's Duran. Kevin Garnett grabs the miss.
Well, that's a look you rarely see him miss.
Jalen Duran is certainly a force, Tim, in this NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub, but you forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god description.
The Pistons leading. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I had a chance to catch up with Darko Rajakovic. He was complimentary of his opponent, Anthony Edwards. Coach told me Ant is a special player in terms of his athleticism, skill, and his mindset. He approaches each matchup with an aggressiveness that we need to try and match. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. Detroit shooting their first free throw tonight.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, out to Harris. The 19-foot shot, Kevin Garnett with the steal. Outside, Barrett. Garnett outside. Toronto needs to get off his shot. Here's Barrett. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot before second violation. Here's Hardaway. Nothing on the board. Outside Edwards. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards.
Well, that's really smart that time. Harris did not give the defense any time to adjust.
And it's Barrett penetrating. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Jaden McDaniels. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And what you love about Barrett, not only is he tenacious, he also plays with a lot of confidence, and he is relentless.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Edwards, no good. And here's Barrett. He's got 5. Inside. Here's Garnett. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's Detroit. They're
The Pistons, 11.
some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Everybody in this league wants to run, but not everybody has the personnel to do it. This is a great start.
And with the trend, Greg, toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything, but as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
Stewart in the corner. Up again. Here's Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. The Pistons making a change here. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. Trailing by 5. Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Stewart. Detroit leading by 5. Outside Robinson. Outside Hardaway. 6 to shoot. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And that's the shot they were looking for, right under the hoop.
Here's Barrett. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
R.J. Barrett, always making his presence felt.
Pass to Ivy. Back to Hardaway. The Pistons working the ball around now. Robinson, that's good.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
So the wing on the left. Back to Ingram. Hits it out to Garnett. Garnett getting it done down there.
And when Garnett gets it that deep, the D is at his mercy. How about the extension when he's able to get up on that low block?
Stewart in the corner. And they will fall over the back on the play.
He better be careful now. That's 2 on him, and the last thing you want to see is for him to pick up his 3rd before the half ends.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with them. Raptors trailed by 6. All right, Legs, follow me here. You look at the rise of teams like Detroit, there's a lot to be said for having young legs.
Well played, Kevin, well played. And look, today's game exacts a physical toll. And if you think of it, that's especially true when you're playing a team like the Pistons. They play fast and they hit hard.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Well, he had the spotlight. Why not add a little flair?
Back to Capella. Murray Boyle to the middle, and Toronto turns it over again. There's 1:40 left to play in the first half. Outside Edwards. Back to Ivy. Harris outside. Edwards downhill. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Raptors trailed by 8. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. 59 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Edwards. Back to Ivy. Outside Edwards. And Grady Dick gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half of the game. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Ivy. Robinson for 3. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Raptors trailed by 8. Barrett with the ball. Robinson picks him up. Walter. Great positioning on the putback.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Edwards. Outside for Robinson. Garnett with the steal. Ingram wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Now it's just a 3-point Piston lead.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Pistons lead by 5. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. It's a 5-point game. They get to take on the Bulls in Chicago after this. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run.
Well, R.J. Barrett right there playing with an edge. I want to see more of that from him.
You know, Tim, we see a lot of talented wings in this NBA. Where does R.J. Barrett separate himself?
Well, he's very difficult when he puts it on the deck, Kevin. He's got some moves, and he's got an array of finishes, both the layup package, or he can pound it on your head.
Garnett, the screen. It's Garnett on the wing. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Garnett's got 7.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Clock at 6. Pass to Duren. Here's McDaniels. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Raptors trailed by 3. Here's Walter. Down low. Wow! Clear the way for KG.
How about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And a player, Tim, who stuffs the stat sheet, Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, Kevin, he just has a great all-around game. But the thing I like the most, he's very unselfish. He will pass up a shot if a teammate has a better one.
Pass to Duren. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
For the lead. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Off the run. And Duren slams it in.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
And it's Barrett penetrating. He gets it in there. Barrett's got the lead up to 2 now for Toronto.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Outside Hardaway. Kevin Garnett with the steal. Onside Barrett. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. That shot, no good. Here's the break. Here's McDaniels. Lays it up off the glass. McDaniels got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And credit Harris for creating that high percentage look, scanning the floor and finding the best option.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Both teams deciding to change it up. And legs from going undrafted to becoming a three-point contest champion, you had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in 88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
This season he has been absolutely locked in at the free throw line. How about 90%?
And after years of disappointment, the Pistons, Tim, finally seem to have put it together.
And I think the key for them has been blending in the right amount of veteran leadership with their emerging young players. And I'll tell you what, this team still has a lot more upside.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Ivy, and it's blocked by Capella.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Here's Quickly. A putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Raptors lead by 4.
And that's Capella getting rewarded for his effort on the glass. Love when that kind of hustle pays off.
Stewart in the corner. Stolen by Quickly. Here's Murray Boyle. And he comes up with the deuce. And it's a 6-point Raptor lead.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good.
The distance, 34.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey, team, I was able to catch the message that J.B. Bickerstaff was giving to his team. Coach wanted to see more urgency when it came to closing out on shooters. He said, quote, right now we're jogging at them on the perimeter. It needs to be a sprint to run them off the line. We'll see if the guys have it in them.
All right, Allie, thanks. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Toronto.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mamu Kalashvili has got the lead up to 10 now for Toronto. Edwards drives in. And Edwards with the stuff.
The D can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
Here's Barrett. Great D that time from Edwards. Pistons trailed by 8. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and he misses the dunk. A 3-ball. The rebound by Ivy. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
And when Garnett has it going, he's unguardable. I love how confident and versatile he is on offense.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Robinson on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Here's McDaniel. Duren. Deflected by Garnett. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Raptors leading by 10. Outside Barrett. Outside Ingram. 5 on the clock. Launches it. And it's off target. Pistons trailed by 10. Harris with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Now Edwards. Now Duren. Kevin Garnett with the steal. All sorts of time. Jaquez. And again, no good.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's McDaniel. It's stolen. Fast break Toronto. Shot from 16. He puts in the chain.
Ingram is such a complete offensive player. He can find good looks in the mid-range area as well.
Left side Hardaway. Now Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Here's McDaniel. Releases from 15. Duren. Another chance. Good on the basket.
Good luck dealing with Duren on the offensive glass. That's just an outstanding job staying with the play.
Arnett surveying the defense. Tries it yet again. And Harris will pull it down.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
Jaquez vacuums it in. And so here's Toronto. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. The basket is good.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
Hardaway no good on the free throw line. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Quickly. Here's Murray Boyle. Can't get it to go. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they...
Code